Welcome back. As you know, I am Eli, the computer guy, here for the Daily Blog, where I shake my brain nipples every day to get some of that dirty YouTube money to be able to provide you folks hands-on, in-person technology education that empowers you to do whatever the hell it is you want to do in Durham, North Carolina. Silicon Dojo is silicondojo.com. We have a class coming up on AI and web scraping that's completely full. We have another class coming up on extending AI capabilities with REST APIs in a couple of weeks. If you're interested in those classes, take a look at silicondojo.com to see what the schedule is. Do remember, free user is not free. That's why I shake the brain nips every day. If you want to throw some money in the donor box link down below, that would be ever so lovely. And in today's story, Lucy, China's not happy with you. So yeah, I think this is interesting, right? Our favorite telenovela, The Ballad of Nexperia, is continuing. I fear this show might go the same way as Longmire did for me. So Lost, I talked about Lost before. Lost got all five seasons through Lost, and then had no idea what the last season was about. I literally watched Lost as it was coming out, and then you hit season 5, and I was like, what? That's what we spent 5 years watching? What the hell is it? I'm wondering with Nexperia, it's gonna be more like Longmire. So I was watching Longmire, I don't know, I watched like 2 seasons of Longmire. It was actually pretty good. And then it went like disturbingly dark, like the one father murders his own son. And then after that, like one of the main characters and her husband get kidnapped by this biker gang and are literally like fucking like battered and tortured on screen. And I got about halfway through that episode and I just turned it off. It's like, you know, after a long day of work and worrying about other things, the last thing I want to see is characters that I've come to enjoy watching literally get abused and battered on screen. And I'm fearing Nexperia might be like that. We may just get into season 2.5 of the Nexperia telenovela, and to be frank, I might just turn it off because it will just gotten too disturbing. But anyways, what is currently going on right now is China is extremely disappointed, right? With the Dutch minister at the center of the car chip row and Europe in general. So basically, the Dutch are now going to China to kowtow. And, you know, the Chinese are not the most amused, right? So we've had this whole Nexperia thing going on. Nexperia was seized by the Netherlands, and a whole bunch of crap happened after that. It's too much to explain. It's too much to explain. So yeah, this is what's currently going on. China voices extreme disappointment with Dutch minister at center of car chip row. And so I think what's going to be interesting going forward with this whole Nexperia disaster that just does not end, again, our favorite technological telenovela, is I'm getting concerned that people's feelings are gonna get hurt. Like, that's one of the things, like when you do business, you know, everybody says, you know, it's not personal, it's business. And the reason everybody says that is because when shit gets personal, shit gets stupid so fucking quick, right? And so if you have everybody agree that this business transaction isn't personal, it's just business, you can keep people fucking at least being slightly sane. Again, you have never just had a miserable day, like when a big transaction falls through because somebody's feelings get hurt. Because how do you fucking solve hurt feelings? I'm an Aspie. Inquiring minds want to know. And so that's one of my concerns now with this whole what's going on with the EU, what's going on with China, especially as far as Nexperia is concerned, is this is starting to become far fucking more about egos than misplaced concerns about things like national security, right? And that's one of the things. Like when you're looking at policy and you're looking at business and you're looking at supply chains, as long as you can keep it in kind of like that corporate realm, you can figure shit out. Everything's a negotiation, as they say. The problem is, as soon as somebody's fucking feelings get hurt, sometimes you can walk in and you're like, look, I'll sell you an entire data center for $1 as long as we can close this deal. They're like, fuck you. I would never take a data center from you. I'm like, oh, God damn it. And anyways, I think that's where we're going with this whole Europe and China thing, because China, I think, is reasonably getting disconcerted, and I think China is reasonably getting their feelings hurt, basically because they have become the butt of the joke over about the past year. And it's really concerning from a political standpoint for the Chinese Communist Party, right? They spent 25 years trying to prove to the world their power and strength and stability. And basically, since the Trump administration has come in, he has just been trying to just beat them in the balls every single chance he can get. And so I think at a certain point, you get to the issue of what happens when people just get frustrated and angry, and where does that go for the future? The Chinese government has expressed extreme disappointment with the Dutch minister at the heart of a row over chip supply to the car industry. A spokesperson for the Ministry of Commerce was responding to a Guardian interview with Vincent Karamanz on Thursday, in which the politician described the standoff between China and the European Union as a, quote, wake-up call for Western leaders. The spokesperson said, quote, China has noted the recent remarks made by the Dutch Minister of Economic Affairs Karamanz in media interviews. China expresses extreme disappointment and strong dissatisfaction with such remarks that confuse right and wrong, distort facts, and persist in a single-minded course. Quote, the profound lesson the semiconductor supply chain crisis has taught the world is that administrative measures should not be used to improperly interfere with corporate operations. In the interview, Karaman said the Dutch government had received intelligence that this Chinese CEO was, quote, moving away intellectual property rights. They were firing people, and they were looking to relocate production to China from its subsidiary factory in Hamburg, Germany. Karaman said he had no regrets, and that was the interesting thing. He literally said he had no regrets, he would do it all over again. Karaman said he had no regrets about the steps his government took, saying on the basis of the information he had now, he would do it all over again, but his actions have infuriated China, which instead of entering a bilateral battle on behalf of Wingtech, ordered a global ban on exports of Nexperia chips, which are all finished in China. The spokesperson for the Chinese ministry described a court decision to suspend the Chinese boss of Nexperia as erroneous and blamed the export ban directly on the Dutch. This unwise and impulsive act, which violates the spirit of contract, is the root cause of the turmoil and chaos in the global semiconductor supply chain, it said. Nexperia in China gave a similarly angry verdict on the interview in a letter to employees in its Netherlands-based sister company. In a letter seen by the South China Morning Post, Nexperia in China criticized Dutch management for allegedly maliciously sabotaging Nexperia's China's production and operations. A delegation from the Netherlands is traveling to Beijing next week in an effort to find a long-term resolution to the row, with Karamanz expected to travel there next month and a pre-scheduled trade trip. Yay! Karamanz is gonna go to China. That's gonna make everything better. And so I wonder where this is going to go. It's kind of like the whole idea of what happens when government loses control of the population. Like, that's the thing with societies. Who controls who? Does the population control the government? Does the government control the population? Or is it kind of like a volleyball game where the whole who controls whom gets bounced back and forth, right? And so one of the interesting things is sometimes the government can push for things for whatever reason, and then shit gets out of control. Shit gets out of control. And all of a sudden, they have to keep going in a particular direction because, by God, that's where their population wants them to go to, right? There's a lot of frustration in the West. There's a lot of frustration in the West. There's a lot of anger in the West of basically how our governments and how our corporations have handed over our societies to China, basically lock, stock, and barrel, right? Many of us have been disgusted by this for a long time. It has been a long, festering frustration that's been occurring, and basically our governments and our politicians have not been listening to us for 25 years, right? This whole thing about Western corporations handing over intellectual property in order to get access into China, right? People were screaming about that 20 years ago, back in 2005, before some of you people were even born, right? People were screaming that this was a stupid fucking idea, right? And so I think one of the interesting things now is as governments start pushing back on China, that that things can ramp up shockingly quickly. Anger can ramp up shockingly quickly, and what goes from being rational, well thought out decisions can just start going batshit crazy overnight. On the same hand, again, Chinese being actual human beings. I'm gonna say a trigger warning. China man is an actual human fucking being, right? And so the Chinese people are sitting over there and they're like, look, we have worked our asses off for the past 25 years in order to improve our industry, in order to improve our supply chains, in order to build our country. We have basically done what you have allowed, literally what you've allowed us to do, and now we are getting punished. Now we are being told we are the bad person for supplying your country's low cost, high quality goods, right? And so you start to get a lot of frustration over there. There's an interesting thing going on between Japan and China right now. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow, right? And so what happens when the political machinations of the politicians start outrunning their control? What happens when the populations start picking up on that particular snowball and they actually start pushing it faster? How quickly can things get really, really, really bad in the blink of an eye? I think that's an interesting question. It's one of those curious things to be thinking about, right? I've done a couple of videos talking about with GM. The GM is trying to separate entirely from the Chinese supply chain. Tesla now, for American cars, is trying to separate entirely from the American supply chain. What happens when this movement becomes something more than it has been, right? I don't know. I'd be kind of curious to see. And then how do you back off of that? How do you retrench? Be an interesting question. That's the thing in business. Never let it be personal. Never fucking let it be personal. Because the minute the shit becomes personal, shit gets stupid. I've been in those business negotiations where you're sitting there and that's the thing. It's like stressful and it's nerve-wracking, but you feel like you're riding the surf. I've been in those business meetings where you're riding the surf and then you just feel your board catch. It's not even a lot. It's not like you immediately flip. You're just there, and then all of a sudden you just feel the board just catch the water ever so slightly incorrect. And you're like, oh shit, this is all about to get personal, isn't it? And then the entire fucking deal just flips over into the coral reef. I think, in fact, Nexperia might be about to flip over into a coral reef. So what do you think about this? What do you think about the Chinese? The Chinese are extremely disappointed on Europe and on the Dutch. What do you think about this whole continuing ballad of Nexperia? Is it interesting that it keeps going? Like literally every day. I talk about this joke, it's a telenovela, but no, seriously, every single day there's a new thing to this particular story. Would you expect this to continue going so far? And if this is what we're seeing, and this is what's in the media, what other things are occurring that we're not seeing in the media? I don't know, put your thoughts down below. If you like these videos, give us a thumbs up. If you hate these videos, give us a thumbs down. Call me amazing, call me a dumbass. Just be a real Lutnick. Put a strong American comment down there. Remember, I do these things for Silicon Dojo, silicondojo.com. Free to use your hands-on technology education that empowers you to do whatever the hell it is you want to do in Durham, North Carolina. We have a class coming up on AI and web scraping, completely full. We have a class coming up on AI, extending AI capabilities with REST APIs, coming up in a couple of weeks. If you're interested in those and other classes, take a look at silicondojo.com for the schedule. Do remember, free to user is not actually free. That's why I shake the brain nips every day. If you want to throw some money into the donor box link down below, that would be ever so lovely. And with that, see y'all later.